Most entrepreneurs think they need better funnels, better marketing, or even sales training. What I'm here to tell you is that your ability to effectively communicate is going to make all the difference between you closing deals and you leaving money on the table. Now, I learned this the hard way. When I first started building my business, I had the skill, I had the work ethic, I had the message, but I didn't know how to clearly convey my message in a way where people wanted to actually invest their money with me. Anyone who's going to invest their money, they're pulling out their credit card and metaphorically swiping it to invest in your ability to sell the transformation. But the moment I opened my mouth, I rambled, I overtalked the sale, and I explained in circles instead of clearly and concisely delivering the value that I actually do. And it cost me opportunities I didn't even know that I was losing. Not because my offer wasn't valuable, but simply because my communication didn't match the level of my value. And at some point, I realized something very simple. People don't buy when they're confused. A blurry target never gets hit. People don't follow when they can't feel your conviction. And people don't pay attention when your delivery is weak. Your message can be powerful. Your story can be inspiring. Your skills can even be elite. But if your communication is shaky, none of this matters. So I became obsessed with mastering communication. Over the past 10 years, I've relentlessly studied human behavior, sales psychology, and effective communication. How to speak clearly, how to use my tone and my pace to captivate attention, bring people in, slow down when the time is right to emphasize what I need to say. Overall, getting people to listen to a structured story that gets them to say, hey, I want to work with you. How can you help me as well? And once I figured this out, everything changed. And it didn't matter what I was selling, it mattered who I was selling to. And I'm going to show you here how to master your story in a way where people want to work with you. I realize most entrepreneurs are one communication skill away from being able to make the kind of money and have the kind of impact they want. You see, people buy when they truly know that you are the most qualified to solve the pain that they are currently experiencing. And when you can link their pain to the service you provide in a way that ethically gets them to where they need to be by doing two things. Number one, speaking to their highest value and speaking against their highest fear. Because people are either going to drive in a way where their value is met or their fear is reduced. As humans, we do two things. We avoid pain and we go towards pleasure. We usually have one that is more dominant than the other, but we're designed to do both of those things at different times. So I'm here to tell you today, your ability to speak in a way that is driving someone's values and asking them very specific questions. What is most important to you about this service right now? What is this going to cost you if you don't end up doing this? How can you sign up for this product in a way that's going to benefit you in the overall long term? And when you start to speak to these things, you understand what that person values. But the only way you can understand what they value is by getting very clear at the problem you're solving and who you're solving it for. Now, why do people not buy? Why do you deliver a message in a way that doesn't resonate? Here's the reason. Because when you speak, you're speaking about yourself. You're speaking about your service, your product, but you're not speaking in a way that shows that person why you are the most qualified to help them, and you're making it about you, your product, your service, your business, instead of their pain, their struggle, their fears, their current situation, and then driving them out of that situation into where you want them to go. You see, when you can drive someone from where they're at to where they want to go, but allow them to feel like they're the driver and you're in the passenger seat, you become very powerful and you become very effective. These are the rules of subconscious selling. When you can indirectly sell what you do, you don't have to hard close someone. You get very, very specific with the way that you're intentionally using your words to create influence. What I teach people how to do is use their words to craft a story that moves the audience. Whether you're on a stage, in front of a podcast, or on a sales call, your words create confidence. When you create confidence with your words, you instill that confidence in the person you're speaking to so they feel comfortable to want to give you their money and sign up for your product or your service. You have to do this with something you believe in, or else you're just going to be a faker. And you have to do this in a way where you truly value that person's time, their energy, and their money. If you do that, they're going to want to give it to you all day. If you don't, you're just manipulating that person with something that's not true, and they're going to find out once they sign up, you're not the real deal. This only works if you're the real deal. You know you can actually help someone, but you just need to craft your story in a way that resonates. If this is speaking to you and you want my expertise to help you craft a story that sells, click that link below. I'd love to hear from you. Bye-bye.